Disclosure. If you are easily upset by words regarding the current climate of this country, do not put sound on. If you want to listen to the accompanying words, sound on. If you put sound on, I will explain the piece. This is controversial art, not made to please everyone. We all have a right to our opinions and our voice, and I am using my voice via my art. So, 2020. I'm so woke, I'm tired. Tired of this system. You can say, I'm not racist, I'm not a rapist, but that is you, singular. I'm talking about the collective you with a capital. Why does it gotta be this way? Why is hindsight 2020, yet it's 2020 and we haven't learned that much? The system is you. You are the system. We all are a little racist. It's okay. You can admit it. You're only doing humanity a disservice if you continue to turn a blind eye. As an artist, we are called to action to reflect the world and our place in it. I was told I'm too white to be creating art right now and that this is not the time to be creating. Well, I am biracial, not trying to be a white savior, yet people still tell me what I am and what I'm not as if they know my lineage. This is not about me, but yeah, I've got privilege. You can't hate people for being born with light skin, just like you can't hate people for being born with dark skin. To the people with this privilege, speak up and do the work. It is not the victim's job to stop the abuse, but the abusers to not cause abuse in the first place so that there are no victims. It is Harvey Weinstein's job to not rape women, like it is the cop's job to protect and serve everyone, supposedly, not only just certain colors. It is a man's responsibility to not continue without consent, verbal or not. She may not feel like she has a voice, but she does, and I am here. 2020, the big reveal. If the virus didn't disclose how most working class people lack a living wage, I don't know what did. If the virus didn't reveal how most work from homers are white and how the virus numbers disproportionately report how racial minorities are getting hit the hardest, I also don't know what did. If the virus didn't set your priorities straight, then you need to reevaluate. I started this piece when George Floyd was murdered. Why did it take the death of another unarmed black man at the hands of the police to start some reform? Silence is violence. Let's get into the piece. Lady Liberty dies a little more every time we are silent. Every time a black woman goes missing, every time a black man is killed by a cop without reasoning, every time you are racially profiled, every time a child is sold into human trafficking, every time another crime against humanity goes without an arrest. The American flag still is praised. This country is said to be the land of the free and home of the brave. But how can these divided states of America have allowed so many to escape worse living conditions in their homeland to find peace here, yet we still have such deep-rooted issues with race? My grandparents were in work concentration camps and saw America as the answer. And it was, for them. Let freedom ring, right? Well, why does freedom exist on a spectrum? Why are some freer than others? Why do certain people within one race feel the effects of being that race while others are immune because they are closer to the so-called superior white? Being lighter does not mean being better. If a black life is not free, then we are all not free. No one's existence is more valuable than another's, but when your country does not deem your life being equivalent to its founding fathers, then no, all lives do not matter until Black lives matter. A divided people is never productive. Martin Luther King Jr. would be so happy Barack Obama was elected as the first black president, hence the pop art like his change campaign. But look who's in office now. The mass incarceration of black men is the modern-day slavery. Handcuffs, the new shackles. The boys who are treated as men by the police and the mainstream media as criminals feed into the system, hence the baby handcuffs. The idea that some have to fight for justice and others do not even think about this word because they do not have to, hence the black lady justice. The idea that your place of worship needs to be one color and cannot just represent you, hence the Black Jesus. We need change. We need unity. We need peace. But there can be no peace without justice. The Pieta. An iconic image of Jesus dying in the Virgin Mary's arms. A mother outliving her child, the opposite of how it is supposed to be, the greatest pain. A mother and child is universal. It knows no race. But how can you protect your children from a world like this? A country that allows Jeffrey Epstein, Big Pharma, insider trading, whistleblowers mysteriously committing suicide, and does not protect its own people from a pandemic? I'll say it again. It starts with you. We need to raise our children with love and equality so that they know from a young age how to treat each other. So that another country is not founded on stealing from the natives, hence the Black Dreamcatcher. So that little boys know that women are not objects. So that children do not see one race as subhuman. We were all children once, and that inner child with innocent, open eyes is always within us. Now, we need to change old habits and antiquated ways of thinking that never should have existed in the first place. We owe this to humanity. Look within. Have conversations. Take action. Get involved. Think of all the names that didn't get a hashtag, of all the faces that didn't get videos, of all the moments that didn't go viral. Speaking of viral, the real virus is racism. There is no vaccine or cure, but there is treatment. Treating others with love and kindness. Anger can be a catalyst to help spark change, but being angry at each other on the basis of one's skin gets us nowhere. People of a different skin color may not understand you. How could they? Their frame of reference doesn't know your struggle, only theirs. But this is where empathy comes in and needs to be strengthened human to human. This is not an overnight quick fix. This is not forgive and forget. This is forgive, learn, be better, and do better. We have a system in place that doesn't believe all lives matter. If it's not broke, don't fix it, right? Well, the system was defective upon birth. If we actually wanted equality, wouldn't we have had it by now? Well, in order to have equality, I'd argue we'd all need to want it. This brings up a question. Will we ever have equality? Or is it like nirvana in Buddhism, where the journey is in the striving but not the achievement? If we can all understand we are a part of the universe as much as it is a part of us, and that we make it so, then we can all be in alignment with this global change. The neural pathways of your brain and tree branches are almost identical looking. Isn't that interesting? Well, there are 7 leaves here, just like there are 7 continents on this beautiful earth. There is still blood on these leaves from the lynchings and the mass killings. One of them is clean as a symbol of hope to have. The doves are an offering of peace. Now I ask, what will you do differently now? For a list of resources and what you can do, there is a link below.